Do you want to find a cheap alternative to Tom Ford's ombre leather? Well, if you do, stay tuned. Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's good YouTube? Right, I just want to take a second. If you like my content and you want to see more of my videos, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. This is a new channel. I started it a few weeks ago and I've got a passion about fragrances and I just like talking about them in general and giving my thoughts and reviews on them. So if you're up for seeing a little bit of that, it'd be more than appreciated if you could subscribe to my channel. And every now and again, maybe like a video or dislike, it's up to you. But anyway, right, I want to talk to you about a fragrance today coming from the house of Lattafa. And it's a cheapie. And we all love a cheapie. It is called Velvet Oud. Right. This is a clone, a dupe, whatever you want to call it, of a Tom Ford fragrance. And that Tom Ford fragrance is ombre leather. I'll show you the atomizer and how it sprays, and then I'll talk to you about it a little bit, alright? So, the box, I haven't got that anymore. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I threw a lot of my boxes away before I started this channel. Yes, I am regretting it a little bit, but what is done is done. They are long gone. So, all I've got for you is the bowl. So, there's the bowl, the cap. Let me just say one thing. Definitely do not pick this up for the cap. You could flick this and it would come off. It is not, there's nothing holding that, basically. Just a little bit. The atomizer looks tiny. A couple of sprays for you. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Just bog standard, I would have thought. Right. If you smell Tom Ford ombre leather, you know that the initial blast, or to me, is like a bit of a leather punch and a bit animalic. This, you get the leather, but this is fruity or fruitier than Tom Ford ombre leather. If I was to put them side by side, I would say that this would be a little bit more easier to wear. Even though I don't think Tom Ford ombre leather is a hard fragrance to wear, I don't personally think that. Obviously, if you love leather fragrances, you'll love Tom Ford ombre leather. But this is just a little bit more fruitier. It ain't as in your face as in the Tom Ford ombre leather. And there's nothing wrong with that because I love Tom Ford ombre leather, I really do. But this is just a little bit more pleasant, maybe a little bit more fruity with the leather. I'll read you the notes of this. It ain't got a big note breakdown and it ain't complex like Tom Ford, the ombre leather. That is not a complex fragrance. You've got leather, arglewood, which is, or arglewood, yeah, which is oud. And I wouldn't have thought for the price that I paid for this, it is going to be real oud. If it is, I'm going to be gobsmacked. And then you've got incense and citrus. And you have musk, amber and cinnamon. And that is it. So, obviously with the citrus up top and then with the leather, you've got that. On, I would say, for the first 10-15 minutes, it stays a little bit fruity. And then obviously the leather's there straight away. And then once it's that initial sort of, them sprays wear down. And then you get a bit of the muskiness that comes through, the ambers there. On the late dry down, it is literally just musk and amber and a tad of that leather. But I put about 8 sprays of this on because it ain't overpowerful. Obviously, if you spray 15 or 20 sprays, it might choke something out. But I put about 8 sprays on. That gives me a good hour and a half of projection. Maybe a 2-foot bubble. You would leave a scent trail. You really would. And then after about an hour and a half, it dials down. It's still radiating off the skin, but maybe a foot, just under a foot. And then probably about 3.5 to 4 hours, it's a skin scent on me. And then by the 6th hour, it is gone. So it ain't a strong fragrance, but for the price that you pay for this, and I want to get to that in a second, you could just reapply. That's all you need to do. Take a decant with you if you're out for the evening. I paid £17 for this off of Amazon for a 100 ml bottle. £17. And when I got it, I thought to myself, you know, I know you can't judge the book by its cover. You shouldn't do that in life. But I looked at it and I thought, is this going to smell like ombre leather? Sprayed it straight away. I thought, that smells like ombre leather. So it does do its job well. But, so yeah, for the price, you can just reapply it. That is no biggie at all. Obviously with Tom Ford ombre leather, I get a good 9 hours out of this. And I get a good 2.5 to 3 hours projection with this. Solid projection as well. So obviously this is more beast mode than what this is. But you're going to expect that. That's over 100. That's under £20. But still, I blind bought this because I thought to myself, some decants or samples can cost a tenner. So I just blind bought it. But would I recommend this? Definitely. This is definitely worth the coin. Even if this was £30 or £40, I would still buy it. It is really that good. If you want to not waste your ombre leather up and you want to save a little bit, rock this. I'll tell you what, hardly no one would know. They really wouldn't. But anyway, so that is just my thoughts on Lattafa's Velvet Oud. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I would appreciate if you could subscribe. I mean, it is entirely up to you. You do what you want to do. If you like the video, like. If you dislike, still like the video. No, I'm joking. You do what you want to do. Remember, people, smelling good is always a pleasure and never a chore. And I'll see you on the next one.